So this is part two of me remodeling my basement and setting up the new ultimate enclosure.
You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game.
Like I said, I've taken them all out of the larger container. This is how they're looking. We got water lettuce, we've got my nepenthes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw out how they're gonna be inside the new grow tent. So right now, this is the big water reservoir that I currently have inside the grow tent. We're gonna put that one in the back, and then in front of that, we're gonna put two containers that will sit adjacent from one another. In the middle, we'll have my favorite plant, and in the front, we're gonna have three smaller containers, more than likely carrying the Venus flytraps. I'm gonna use green to show y'all the actual plants and how they're gonna be spaced inside of the containers. So sphagnum moss at the front. We're gonna have six containers in the back, holding more like the taller plants, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to have the plants situated inside these square containers to where the shaded plants are going to be closest to the main plant in the middle, and then the full sun plants are going to be on the outsides. We took our larger slash our taller sarracenias, put those further back in that larger container. Take cobra lilies, put them at the front of the containers of the water reservoir, and then take our shorter plants and put them in the front. I'm going to take out one of these pothos that I have shown in the back, and then we're going to probably mix it in with dracaeras and other plants where there's space within each of the containers. I also thought about taking plants and putting them outside the containers, but I took that back. It wasn't a good idea. And then a potential third container to hold the main plant. We'll have water lettuce in all three of the reservoirs. The yellow indicates all of the reservoirs that will be distilled water, and then this one will be nutrient fed water. And essentially, this is what it would look like in my brain. Keep in mind that the larger container is already inside my previous grow tent. So once the new grow tent comes, we'll take that and put it inside the new grow tent. But yep, these are the containers. This is how it looks. And here is our grow tent by Vivosun. This is going to be a 4x4 by 80 grow tent, the upgraded version. And you're going to probably need two hands to do this. At least I needed two hands. Holding the camera and trying to open up the box with one hand was a little difficult. So, yeah. Do not use a knife to open up this box. Because you might cut into the material of the tent. So I'm using these scissors and I'm cutting at an angle. But I wouldn't even suggest doing this. Find a simple way to get the box open without having to use sharp objects, because you don't want to puncture the tent as soon as it comes out. The first thing I noticed when opening this box is that these poles, I don't know how large they were in the previous 4x4 by 80-inch tent, but in the upgraded version, these poles are thicker than what I have currently for my grow tent that I already have set up. There's these two poles, the ones that I usually have facing up. This is just so you can change the direction of the poles that are going on the side of the tent. It doesn't matter which pole, which hole you use for those poles. This is as tall as the tent is. I'm about 6 feet, or I am 6 feet, and this is 80 inches, so this is a really tall tent. You're going to definitely need two people to situate this if you are shorter than, I would say, 5'11", probably. And then this is where we have the actual frame. The next part, putting on the tent, would have taken two people, but because I'm tall enough, I could do it by myself. But I would suggest getting someone else to help you so it doesn't take as long as it took me. It took me about 5 minutes. But the first thing you do is you put on the bottom. And you'll know which ones are the bottom portion of the tent because of the vent in the back. So that's how you're going to situate it. You situate it just like that. And then from there, we're going to take the rest of the material of the tent and then bring it over top of the tent. So it'll be situated just like this. So at this point, you'll have the top and the bottom. Now walking around, you'll see that this is actually the front of the tent. So what you're going to do from here is very easy. You're just going to zip in the tent from the back, going all the way to the front. This is what the inside of the tent looks like, with one door open, one door closed, and of course the main door open. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to add our light fixture, and then we'll add all of the plants. So in the next video, I'll show you all the plants and how I have them situated inside the tent. But from here, Please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.